Hello, good morning. Gary Champion, Psychic Medium once again. This morning's video is about being a medical intuitive. I guess I've always been one. It seems like you're saying it doesn't, it just sounds screwed up. Like, what? Oh yeah, I flew around the yard yesterday and with Rocky the Flying Squirrel. It sounds just as strange as that to me. But I guess I've always been one. And I have no interest in medical stuff at all. It runs in my family, but I've cut my hand or something a couple of times and I can sew myself up. I've done that. That doesn't qualify though. And I'm working on a new book, and this subject came up yesterday, so I thought I'd include some of it in a video. And the title of the book is just Paranormal Investigations. That's its working title so far. And it's that everything that's not provable scientific wise is considered paranormal by the scientific community. And I'm thinking that if that's true, then the birth of a child is probably paranormal because you can't explain that. I mean, it's too complex. How does that happen? Anyway, and I've had a lot of discussions with people about being a medical intuitive, and apparently in readings I diagnose a lot of stuff that I don't. It's like there's two people here. I'm talking to you, and I'm not privy to what this crazy guy over here says in a reading. And how I discovered I did a video and a class somewhere last year, and I was reviewing it to see if maybe it could be included in the book as a paranormal experience. And experiment. That's really what we're talking about. Freudian slip. Well, anytime you're dealing with paranormal or metaphysical, same word. It's spelled differently, but the same thing, the unknown, that which isn't known. And I might say that it's only the unknown because we don't know what it is yet. People who have passed seem to know everything about it. I have that to look forward to. But I was looking at a video in which a class started out and I started diagnosing illnesses and people in the room and relatives and whatnot. And I thought, okay, well, I must do a lot of that. I must do a lot of that in readings. And it must be something I'm supposed to be doing or I wouldn't be doing it. You know what I mean? You find yourself doing something, you wonder, why am I doing this? Well, it must be something you're supposed to do. I'm supposed to go down this path I'm on. I've known it for a long time. So I'm just going down the road. Actually, that's in the video. Someone will tell you you shouldn't be doing this, and you say, kiss my ass. So I think that a frighteningly large number of people are medical intuitives. I don't think it requires anything special. I'm not sure it's mediumistic. I have no clue. But I can look at someone or I can talk to someone and I can know their family, who died from what. And actually, in my realm of reading, my little area here, the first thing they come out with usually is how they passed. Isn't that interesting? They don't, because you'll know who they are by that. Probably doesn't have any other relevance other than that. It's not meaningful other than if they had some unusual death or in some way. Because when someone say, oh, Uncle Johnny died, he had this heart defect from blah, 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 and it was, their life here was sort of around that as well. A great amount of it was knowing these things. And many of the people, the fake Johnny guy I was talking about, he's not real. Unless he could be real. I have no idea about that either. One of you knows the Johnny out there. He has a fake leg. They're calling him a fake leg, and he had a heart attack. So it is about one of you. This little part of it's not about what we're talking about. Anyway, that's how they choose to introduce themselves to me, not how they live their life necessarily. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they come right out and say, I was this or I did that. I was an airplane pilot. Sometimes they just, and often it's a closely guarded secret. They didn't know they had a heart problem or whatever they had, whether they died of thrombosis. Someone's throwing out to help me in my video. But they knew it. So many people who have passed understood what their illness was and didn't want to fix it, didn't want to live, maybe felt hopeless about it. From an historical perspective, maybe 3 people in their family died from it, but then now you know it's early and you've caught it, so maybe you could. I don't know why this is, but men especially will ignore things they know that they have to die early. Women will not. And why? Because they have a prime directive right out of Star Trek. They've got children or they've got family, and men tend to feel isolated because we don't have that connection. Anyway, being a medical intuitive, I think so many people are that it's not an unusual trait. It's a superpower. That's what it is. Marvel medical intuitive movie coming soon to a theater near you. He walks around annoying his neighbors. But I think it's common, because the other side's saying it's common, that many people have diagnosed their own illnesses and the illnesses of others. So it's a superpower. It's a good one to have. If you have it, hold on to it, because it can be a great predictor of how long people live. You might have a friend who has a problem you're aware of. You can feel it, but they're not aware of it. Say, maybe we ought to go in and run a test or two and see what's going on there. And they do, and you save their life, which has happened with me more times than I know. People will show back up and say, you told me this, and I went, and it was that, and I'm alive now, but I would have been dead. They said, there's no way I would have lived. You too can do that. Maybe you don't want to do that. Don't want to involve you in something here, but you can make a difference. It's amazing. Medical intuitives everywhere. It's not a curse. It's a superpower. You know, maybe we should have a handshake to go with it or something. You know, get a uniform that says MI on it. The world's a strange place, and if you think it's strange, it's even stranger than you think it is. You just, if you've seen a lot of stuff, you've just seen the tip of the iceberg. Life is strange. And if you block out the strangeness, you block out the medical intuitive in you. It's that part of you that you can access and use to save lives. Many nurses know that someone down in room 4 has this going on and the doctor hasn't spotted it because he just comes through and does his thing. These are surgeons or whatever. They don't, I almost said sturgeon, but many a nurse can tell you something's gone bad in room 4. And they know what it is. They'll tell the doctor and they'll go check it. And sure enough, it's exactly what she said it was. Something's come loose, something isn't right. So it's common. It's not an unusual thing. Talking to dogs, that one's that one's special. And I have the ability to talk to animals, or they talk to me. I don't really talk to them. I just listen. But that happened in 1988 when my father passed, and he was a veterinarian. And we just thought he could communicate with animals because they liked him better than anybody else. And as soon as he passed, I could. Dogs don't say a lot, but when they talk and you hear it, it's pretty profound. But I think that's common too. I don't think that's an unusual, but it's a superpower too. There's not going to be enough room on your shirt for all those letters. I've babbled long enough today. I hope the video helps you maybe reach inside there and see if you are a medical intuitive. Try diagnosing a few things. Live a little. Live on the edge and try not to worry about so much. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.